Good morning, tubers. Mom and I are here. Madam Roy back once again on the 27th of February 2018. Mom and I are heading out for a little walk this morning before the rain starts. We maybe have about a half an hour, so we're actually going to be bringing our umbrellas with us just in case. But we are adamant about getting our walks in. I went out and ate yesterday and wound up gaining about a pound, so I'm going to work that off real quick, believe me. So right now I'm sitting right at about 279. Mom, you lost some weight, right?
Yeah, don't tell them what it is though. A little bit.
Okay, she's really secretive about it.
Not as much as I want. But
she's very secretive about it.
You know women are. They don't want to give away their weight.
I know. I'm not too worried about me though, because I'll be able to work that off, and it's probably more water weight than anything else. So let's go ahead and let us get to our walk. We'll see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers. Mom and I are heading back from our walk. We didn't go as far as I would have liked, and that was kind of my fault because my lower back is really sore today. That brings up something I wanted to let you guys know about that I think is very important. On days like that where you're kind of burnt out and you're not sure if you'll be able to get your entire walk in, do what I do, break it up. I do about 10,000 steps now, and then we're going to do another walk later, do another 5,000 or so steps, and then maybe they'll do that around 2 or 3. And then tonight in my room, I'll do some marching in place to get the last 5,000 to get up to 20. And that'll help you guys out a little bit. And you can pretty much do this at any time. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing it at work because people probably think you're funny. But if you have like a break room or somewhere private and you're on lunch, you know, you eat your lunch quickly and then do some marching in place, or even walk around the building a few times. There's always time for exercise. People always have that excuse, oh well, I'm too busy, I work all the time. Well, I'll tell you something, guys. On average, I work 14, 15-hour days, and I find the time to exercise, so I won't take that as an excuse. I'm going to pause this vlog for right now because I'm getting a little winded. We're just about done with our walk. I have to get back to work, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Alright, tubers, I'm back home now. It's about 1:40 or 20 to 2, depending on how you look at it and what generation you're from. I need to go over to my buddy Frank's house. He's got a couple of computer towers for me that I'm going to need to refurbish. I was only able to do so far about 12,000 steps. Again, my back has been really, really sore today. And on those days that I don't get as many steps in as I would like, what I'm trying to do is eat a lot less. Like this, give you an example. This morning I had a chicken, egg, and cheese on a piece of 2 pieces of toast. I didn't even eat all the toast, and this is just like the little thin cold cut sliced chicken. So that right there was probably about 450 calories. I had a couple of cups of coffee, which probably is about another 100 or so calories, because I only put a little bit of creamer in, no sugar. And then I had my protein shake, which is about another 220 calories. So for the day, I'm up to maybe about 750 calories. What I'll do is probably right around 4 o'clock, I'll have some of my soup, my 15-bean soup, and then I'll probably eat something around 8 p.m. tonight, and that'll be it for the day. And it's just going to depend on how many more steps I get. Now, if I do feel better and I start doing more like close to 18 or 20,000 steps, then of course I'll have to increase my caloric intake so my blood sugar doesn't dip too low. You kind of just got to play around with the formula a little bit. You got to find out what's right for your body, but you know what? Follow my steps here as best you can, and you too can be successful in your diet. Got a few things I got to do before I go over to my friend Frank's house, so I'm going to pause this vlog, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, tubers, heading over to my buddy Frank's house. Thought I'd continue this vlog here. I got to remember to turn my Bluetooth on because I totally forgot to use my speaker. Unfortunately, it won't work now because the Bluetooth on my phone is turned off, but I'll work on that for next time. There's something very, very interesting. I was watching a White House press briefing earlier today, and they were talking about the trade deficits. How, you know, we import so many vehicles from Japan, and they hardly in turn import anything from us. The same thing, you know, kind of with China. We don't really import a lot of their vehicles. We import a lot of other things, a lot of electronics, a lot of other manufactured goods, and they don't really buy anything from us. And when they do, as some of these countries, they have 100% tariff tax on. That's right, 100%. That means right off the bat, they're losing if they buy goods from us and import them to their country. And it was funny, President Trump, actually talked to some of these prime ministers and presidents, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was either China or Japan, the one he talked to, and they said, oh yeah, we're willing to work with you, we're going to lower our tariff tax to 50%, which, you know, it sounds great, you know, they're lowering it by 50%, but, you know, in the same token, when we import stuff from them here, we don't really hardly have any tax. It may be something minuscule like 5 or 10%. So they're trying to renegotiate some of these deals, which honestly are not that fair, because so many jobs in our country, all these manufacturing jobs, could come back in droves if these other countries would be willing to support us and buy our goods. And that's what they're trying to do right now. And it just doesn't seem fair to me. And it really isn't fair. It hasn't been fair for years, but that's what they're trying to fix, and I really hope they get a chance to do it, because, and again, I'm no expert in politics and importing and exporting, but what they're saying makes sense to me. You know, just get more people from other countries to buy American goods. I mean, that's really the bottom line right then and there. Really nasty out right now. It's about 54 degrees. We've had rain like on and off all day. It's a good thing we got our walk in early this morning, because if we didn't get it in, we wouldn't be getting it in now. If I decide to walk a little bit later, it'll have to be in the mall, or I'll just do some marching in place at home. But I want to ask you guys a question, something that I've been struggling with. Cloning USB flash drives. I found some tools online. Easy Clone US is one of them. Can't think of the other name of it right now, but I've tried a lot of different tools, because I have a flash drive that has Windows 10 on it, and it's a good version. It's one that I use for a lot of my installs, but for the life of me, I cannot clone that to another flash drive. No matter what program I use, it says, some of them say it can't clone it at all. I have a few other ones. Aomi, that was the name of it. Aomi was the one that came closest. It'll actually physically clone the drive. It'll say everything worked fine. And when I go to use the new flash drive, it either won't boot at all, or it'll start to boot Windows and then just freeze. And I've tried doing it multiple ways. I've tried doing it one track at a time, and then I've even tried sector by sector copying, and it still doesn't work. So if any of you guys out there know of any good USB flash drive cloning programs, please put that down in the description, because I need, or the comments section, because I really need some help with that. I've tried to do my research, but I've not yet found a program that'll clone my copy of Windows 10 properly. So hopefully I can get some help from you guys from that. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this vlog right now, because I'm about to head over off the highway, and I got to do a lot of these twists and turns. He lives in the country, so a lot of back roads driving there. Catch you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers, so it's a little after 3 o'clock. I'm just leaving my buddy Frank's house. We had a lot of fun. I showed him how to install Windows 10, which he was having some problems with, and wound up getting 4 towers from him. I'll try and show those to you a little bit later. And as we were leaving, we noticed one of his neighbor's goats had gotten out of its pen. They had no idea how it's happening. We're assuming that maybe there must be a hole in the enclosure somewhere. So we tried to wrangle him up, but the goat crossed the street and went over to the field to eat some grass. And no matter what we could do, we could not get that goat's attention back on us. I mean, it was just trying to graze. Obviously, it was hungry. I mean, it probably, I guess, is about feeding time for them right now. But the neighbor assured me that he does that all the time. So once he's done eating, the goat will just wander across the street and back to his house. Luckily, this is out in the country, so there's not a lot of traffic around here, so the goat should be fine. I vaguely remember last time I came over here, I had a bunch of the goats. He probably has about maybe 10 or 15 goats, and I was able to pet a few of them. They were really friendly, too. I tell you, I have so many fond memories of being in Canada when I was younger, my grandfather owned a chalet in Lake Megantic. Yes, it's the same Lake Megantic that was destroyed by that train derailment. He owned a chalet, which is like a little, I guess what would we call them here? Like a little tiny house on the lake. I'm trying to think of what a name would be. Like a cottage. Like a little cottage. And their neighbors had goats, chickens, and I think they had one horse too. I'll never forget, some of my fondest memories are going up to Canada to visit and play with those animals. I was always an animal lover. I love all animals. I love dogs, cats, horses, pretty much anything that's out there. And you know, it's kind of stuck with me to adulthood. I still love it. Whenever we visit like adventure parks and stuff, love going to places where you can feed them, not just the petting zoo, but where you can actually feed them. And that's why I like the animal adventure park so much. We're able the giraffe is because you can feed a lot of the animals there, and you know, it's very, very a lot of information you can gather from that. You can see different types of animals. They got water buffaloes, they have emus, they have pretty much every kind of animal. And you guys can actually see a video I did when I went there. I'll try to remember to put it in the end screen. I don't know if I'll actually remember to do it, but I'll give it a try. Incidentally, that's what I like about these new end screens now. Instead of doing the old school, what's the word I'm looking for, credits, I can actually put links to other videos I have on the end screen. I'm going to continue to try to do that, so we'll see how well that works. I'm going to go ahead and pause this right now because I'm about to get back onto the highway, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later. All right, tubers, it's starting to rain, so I'm going to make this quick, but these are the computers I picked up today, and yes, I do still have that Sharp component system in here. First one is an old Acer. This is an old Vista system. I actually got this one for free. This one's missing a hard drive, the memory, and it's not sure about the motherboard, and also the spring that cover for the optical drive cover is missing, so have to go ahead and probably just part that one out. Got one of these Dell Vostro 220s. This is a Windows 7 system. Not sure the exact specs on it, but it does have an optical drive, light scribe DVD burner, running a Pentium dual core. Not a bad little system there. Also picked up one of these HP Pavilions. These are those 6000 series ones. This one's got a Athlon 2 640 quad core, 4 gigabytes of RAM. This is model P6714Y. Works just fine. Again, a Windows 7 system. And I actually got back something I traded him. I got back another one of those Optiplex, if I don't drop it, one of those Optiplex 3020s with the DVD burner, Pentium dual core. So yeah, not a bad little haul today. Definitely going to work with these tonight. Probably start with that one right there if I don't break it before I get home. But that's going to be it for the vlog today, guys. I am exhausted. I need to get home and get some food. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.